What's going on, everyone? This is Jordan with Conquer Trading and Investing. Looking at a chart here of the S&P 500. In this video, we're going to go over the current state of the equity markets. We're going to look at what's happening on Friday, and we're going to take a look at how we could best position ourselves in the days ahead. We're going to start that right now with noting that this Friday is quid witching. This Friday is quadruple witching, which refers to the date on which stock index futures, stocks index options, stock options, and single stock futures expire all at the same time. Now, the headline is that there's $2 trillion expiring on these options on Friday, and that should bring possibly volatility. But I think it's more of just a headline than anything that's really affecting the market right now. What we want to be focused in on is price. Let's go ahead and start looking at the 8-hour time frame, and I want you to notice you can see over here this trend line is now very much in play. As long as that's holding, I'm going to pull up the true trend right now. As long as this is holding over here, and you can see a new upwards impulse has started on the entry on the trend CCI, showing that we are in the sweet spot of an uptrend over here, and the entry CCI is pulled back below against it, setting up a possible long over here. You'll see if we're able to go ahead and start making some higher highs over here, coming off of this area of support that's coming in right now. The number is, it's the whole number, 3,100 actually, that trend line support I have over there. And if price is able to come up over here, start making some higher highs, trigger some further buying, we got this resistance at 31.45 above there, which is also above this session's high, should kick off the next leg up here on the S&P 500. Now, of course, she's in jeopardy of falling down and continuing right now. You could see, if you step back a second, you could see that we're pulled into some resistance over here. We're being rejected right now. So far right now, this is just a small pullback in a very bullish environment, but it could develop into something more if we break below this trend line and lose the support over here at 30.78. Expect a bigger pullback, maybe even all the way to the area between 290.72 support and 29.47 support, which also coincides with this trend line. That's a big area of support that, of course, if we lose this area, might come back into play. Those are some areas to look for right now. I am sticking with the technicals. You could see what is happening here right now. We're consolidating. This is the leg up. We're consolidating right now. It could go either way from here. You have to be neutral while you're in this consolidation phase, although it should break out to the upside because we are in a bit of an uptrend here. It should break out to the upside. There's no question if you lose this trend line, it's going to be weaker. I just want to bring up the dollar at the moment. I'm going to come back here to the 4-hour time frame. And the reason I bring up the dollar, because right now it seems that there is a pretty tight correlation between the US dollar and equity markets. And we could see that the dollar might be putting in a reverse head and shoulders pattern over here. You could see it. Here is, let me show it for you. Here is the left shoulder, here is the head, and here is the right shoulder. You could just go ahead, instead of taking what would be the neckline, which is looking something exactly like that, you could just focus in on this horizontal resistance at 97.39, 97.40. Break above there. At that point, there's no question we could see some further dollar strength coming into this heavier area over here. This support of our channel, that now that it's broken, could provide some resistance along with this horizontal resistance we have over here at 98.30. As long as we're below 98.30, the sellers are in control. But if we do execute out of this reverse head and shoulders, that could go ahead and put some further pressure here. With the dollar being bid, that might put a little bit of pressure here, causing a deeper pullback right now on the S&P 500. Listen, everyone, it's a short update because right now the markets are consolidating. There's not too much to talk about. There's not too much ahead of us that on the calendar right now. What I really want you to take note of and understand that right now, you see the market is shaking off bad news. What do bull markets do? Bull markets are able to shake off bad news. What is the bad news? We're seeing a resurgence over in China, over in Shanghai, over in Beijing. And they had to go on to phase 2 and further lockdowns over there. Now, Of course, there are other areas of the world where we seem to have some cases continuing to rise, including Brazil, including Mexico, all of Latin America, India. You're looking at the United States hasn't yet beat the curve, as we're seeing big states like Texas and Arizona and California and Florida showing increased rates, and the market is really blowing it off right now. So you have to pay attention to that. So we'll see. Right now, I think the thing to focus in on is just simply this consolidation right over here. A break either way is going to lead to the next leg. We could have a little bit more consolidation, even into tomorrow. We'll see. There's nothing really on the calendar that should affect price over here. So I will be updating on some currency pairs this evening. I'll be sending them through TradingView, like 1 or 2 minute videos on any current setups that might be in the market. If you're not yet registered to the Telegram channel below, if you do, you'll be notified when those videos are sent out. Everyone, I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Hope you have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.